everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So in today's video we are going to be revisiting last week's repair video, and we're going to be tackling the Crystal Xbox. So I caught up with the guy that asked me to repair it, told him that the laser was faulty, and he said, yeah, we'll go ahead, we'll get it repaired. He had a look about and was trying to find a laser online. You're looking at about £25 for either a replacement laser or a second-hand CD drive. But he went and done one better and got a whole nother Xbox. So yeah, I think he paid £7 for this. And basically what he said to me is yeah, do what you need to get the Crystal one working, and then just keep the black one for yourself. So what we'll probably do is in a future video, I'm probably going to turn this into a Ultimate Xbox. We'll upgrade the hard drive, we'll put a mod chip in, and if I can, I'll probably do the HDMI mod as well. But that is going to be for a future video. What we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the desk now. I'm going to first off test this one that he's given me. Hopefully that is all okay, and we're good to go on that. And then, yeah, what we'll do is we'll get the CD drive taken out, put it into the Crystal Xbox, and then yeah, get all that tested and see if we're good to go. Okay, so I'm all set up with the black Xbox. So what we want to do first, we just want to make sure that the disk drive is reading discs. So to start off with, I'm going to just first turn down the audio on my PC. There we go. You'll hear the audio. I'll probably sort of have that on in the background. And is it coming on? Yep, there we go. Bit of a delay in that coming on. I don't know why. So let's see if the drive opens. Yep, that opens fine. And what we'll do is we'll do a bit of conkers. I think, yeah, the disc isn't in great condition, so I might need to swap that out for another one. So just give it a second. Okay, so we've got the Xbox logo, which is good. And is it going to load? Yes. Okay, so I'm quite happy that this drive is now working. So what we'll do is I'm just going to pull that out, put that into the case, and then what we're going to do is we are going to get started on removing the CD drive from this Xbox and transporting it over into the other console. So let me just get switched over to the other camera, and then yeah, we'll start taking this one apart pretty much the same way we took the Crystal one apart last time. Okay, so just like last time, what we're going to do is remove the 4 screws that are under the 4 feet, and then the 2 extra screws that are just under here. I'm going to try and keep the labels intact as much as we can, but if I'm honest, I'm not massively concerned because, as I say, this console going forward, I'm probably going to turn it into a sort of ultimate mod. So yeah, not massively worried about the labels or anything. So yeah, obviously if I do, what I will probably have to do in future is trying to track down some new feet. I'm sure I'll be able to order some of them online somewhere. I'm just going to completely take that off because I'm not going to do anything with that going forwards. Right, so next up we've got the two screws just under these labels. So I'm going to start with this one at the bottom. And yeah, just basically IPA and our scraper, and just gradually sort of work it up. But as I say, I'm not massively fussed with this console because it's going to be something that I'm going to do some work on. Yeah, that's not going to work at all, so I'm just going to peel it back and pull the screw out. That'll do, quick and easy. And then just at the back here, I'll try and get this off without damaging it. There we go. Right, so that is all of the screws out. If we flip it over, we can then lift the top off. He says. There we go. Okay. So that is the top of that off. And if I remember rightly, there's a couple of screws that we've got to undo. And so there is, so there's one there, and then one just up the back there, which we've just undone. Okay, and then I think it is just the case of undo that, and we've got to lift this part out first. Absolutely hate these plugs because they are always a right pain to get out. There we go. And we'll just feed the cables through, so that's then free. I'll stick that down here because that will go back in, and then we'll lift out this CD drive. I'm going to leave that cable with it. So this one is one of the Philips CD drives. I think there's about 3 different drives that you can get in the Xbox system. So that, I'm going to just put that back in for the minute. So we'll take the console off to the side now because we're not going to need that for now. But what I am going to do is just unclip this front plate. I've just got to work out how it clips on. Where is the eject? No, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll stick this in the other console and then I'll swap over that cover. Okay, so here we go. We've got the other Xbox. So as you can see, we've already been in it once. So let's just going to focus on this bit first. Get this screw out. Right, so what I am going to do is, before we go any further, I'm just going to eject this drive so that we can get the faceplate off. So it's going to error, which is fine. And there we go. Right, that's all I wanted to do. And what we'll do is we'll get the drive out, and then we'll get this front cover off. So first off the bat, let's get these 3 screws undone. Right, so that is the hard drive out, and then we'll just unhook the cables for the CD drive. That's all out. No, that one's not. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to move this off to the side for a minute. And then remove the plastic housing from the bottom of the drive. Just let the screws fall down. And there we go. There we go. So we got that off. That was probably the most important part there. Push that back in. Right, let's see if I can get this one off in the same sort of way. There we go. So that's that, and then I'm just going to brush the front of this drive off because there's quite a lot of dust in there. So we know the drive works, so that's okay. Okay, so let's get this seated back in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these screws into the holes that need to go in, just because it'll make it a bit easier once we come to put it back in. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to move that off to the side for a minute. Bring the console back in, and just want to quickly examine sort of all of the capacitors down the bottom here, because I think it's either this one or this one that's the clock capacitor. I can never remember, but these all look okay. All the capacitors look fine, so I'm not going to do a capacitor swap if we don't need to. Yeah, all looks good. So what we'll do is we will get the new drive. First off, I'm going to put the new cover on. There we go. And then we'll get the drive plugged in. Alright, so that one then there we go. And what I'm going to do is screw these 2 screws in now, because that's not going to affect us putting the hard drive back in. That is both of those screws back in. So what we'll do is grab the hard drive back up. I'm just going to feed the power cable back in. actually probably. Yep, there we go. So just feed the cable along. There we go. And then we've got this screw here just to secure that in. And what we'll do is, before we put the top cover back on, I'm going to power it on and just test it. Once I can get the drive plug back in, that is. There we go. Right, so that's all plugged in. So now if we bring across, so that is the display plugged in, power's plugged in. And what I'm going to do is just going to switch the main screen over now to the capture cards. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll turn it on. So we'll probably get the time and date up again. Yep. So I'm just going to select through that and then open the drive, grab conkers again. And there we go. So that is now kicking in. Should take us straight to the game, and it does. Brilliant. So that is the new drive swapped in. We could have gone further. We could have literally taken the laser out of this one and put it in, but I decided not to. So I'm just going to check that out. And we'll shut it down. And what we'll do is we'll get it all put back together. So this shouldn't take us long, so I'm just going to keep going with it. Where's the top? It is just there. So yeah, what I'm going to do is let me put this on, and then I'm going to switch back to the overhead camera. Yep, right, 2 seconds. Right, there we go. So, right now, just rotate that round, and then what we'll do is I'm just going to drop in the 4 corner ones. And as normal, when you're putting these in, just wind them back a bit until you feel the screw just drop in, and then just go ahead, screw it in. Okay, so now just want to peel back this sticker again. Drop that one in. Right, and then I'm just going to push that sticker down as much as we can, just to get it back down as flat as we possibly can. The same over this side. Probably, I'm trying to avoid using IPA if I can. Yeah, there we go. And once again, just try and work that back down so that it's as near to how it was originally as possible. Not going to ever be sort of right back to the way it was, but yeah, just so that it's not that far off. And then sit the feet back on. And with the feet, you'll see that there's like a little mark where the screwdriver, the screw hole was. What I do is I just line those up again, just so that they're in the same position that they were before. And there we go. So that is all the screws back in. And then what we'll do is just power it on one more time just to make sure everything is good. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going through and sticking the capture card back on, just going to tilt the other camera up. And there we go. So that's actually a good sign as well, because we didn't get the clock come up again. That does show that the capacitor has got some life in it as well. So that's a really good sign. So put that back in. Obviously it's coming out and going in smooth as butter now, which is really good. And there we go. All done and dusted, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be going to the boot fair tomorrow. I'm going to take this back, and yeah, so hopefully he's probably going to be reselling it. So yeah, not a massive problem there. But yeah, so that is going to be everything with this Xbox. So before you head off, if you did enjoy the video today and you found it useful, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed the video and you found it useful. And yeah, with that, I will see you on the next one. All right, bye.